time of the day out here. It's awesome. I love it. Welcome to part 3, the final leg. We are currently leaving the Kennedy Ranges and we're heading for the Gascoyne Junction to refuel so we can make our way to Mt Augustus. It's the early afternoon of day 4. We had a bit of a sense of urgency due to the weather coming in, because these roads out here, it really doesn't take much rain to close them, and a lot of these roads out here already were partially closed and only open to 4-wheel drives. We're now on our way to Mt Augustus and we've got 310 k's to go. It is 3:14, so 14 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. We've just topped up at Gascoyne Junction. This road has turned into a slop, and then all of a sudden I get these cows running out in front of me. As you can see, just from a couple of hours of rain, the road is already turned to slop. Now, I always use 4-wheel drive on unsealed roads. That's just a rule of thumb for myself, but especially in these kind of conditions, otherwise you just go sliding everywhere, and especially with all this livestock on the roads. Now out here, they only use fences to divide properties, so you won't see any fence along the highway, which means these cattle can just walk out in front of you at any moment. More livestock. Alright, we'll just pull up for a bit then. Alright, so you gotta have your wits about you on this road. They do recommend not driving during dusk and dawn, and
there's a big bulls lining up, Wayne.
And during the night because of the cattle. I think that should include when it's raining. We are on a rainy morning. Good morning, day 5.
Yeah, something like that.
Day 5. Mt Augustus is somewhere in the cloud over there. Forecast to clear, hopefully. So give you an idea of where we are. We resupplied yesterday with fuel, and then we drove all the way up this road across here to Mt Augustus, 310 k's. That's how far it was. So today we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to climb the summit of Mt Augustus is a 12-kilometre trail here, which is apparently a 6-hour return for fit and experienced walkers. Lane's cooking us a good feed this morning, get some energy. The jeepers are hanging back at camp, keep an eye on all that stuff. And this is where we camped, at a caravan park, or tourist park pretty much. Got a little isolated circle here. Well, there's the map, and we've decided to not take the Class 4 trip to the summit. We're going to take the Class 5 trip. It looks like it joins onto the other one anyway. 12k return allows 7 hours. Long legs. I've got a life straw with me, and I've been hanging to use it. And why not use it in this algae, murky water? I'll give it a go. Filters at least 1,000 litres of water. Perfect for hiking. So this is my first time with the life straw, and I'm basically reading the manual to understand how it works. Now basically it filters out viruses, parasites and bacteria to make the drinking water, well, any murky water like this, safe to drink. Now I will pull it out in another future trip episode so I can talk more about it when I know more about it and I've used it, and I can let you know what I think. Alright, I'll trust the instructions. Tastes pretty clean, eh?
Taste it without the straw now.
No. Do you have to blow through it, you reckon? To clear it?
It should say in the instructions, eh?
I didn't say anything about that.
Oh.
Cool. I'm surprised. Tasted pretty nice. Oh. I guess we'll move on.
All head under.
Or head under. Was it good?
Oh, cool. That's good.
And on we climbed and climbed. This Class 5 was a bit more strenuous than I first imagined. But mind you, we did climb over some things that we didn't have to, but we just wanted to. It seems to be getting steeper and steeper.
The glaciers are melting. The water's starting to run down.
We're getting that high, are we? Well, we're here enjoying the view. We're almost at the top, I reckon. But we saw this and I was pretty stuffed, so I made an excuse to sit here and enjoy the view a bit. Just a quick shout out to Sandmark. They sent me this stuff to test out, and this is the Action Gear bag and the selfie stick for the GoPro stuff. So it helped me carry the stuff up here, which is really cool, because normally I carry all cases everywhere. We are meant to be at the top by 1 o'clock. What's the time now, Wayne? Was it 1?
1, yeah.
Okay, because Brian and John down at camp, they were going to turn their radio on between 12 and 1. So we better get a move on up there, and we'll see if we can raise them on the two-way radio. And at the top we're going to stop and have some noodles. Not sure how far we got to go. We have no idea how far. We don't have a GPS with us, but on this trail we're following these green dots. And that's how we know we're on the right path. Alright, let's keep going. I think we're nearly there. We've been walking for like another hour since I thought we were nearly there.
4 hours and 15 minutes we've been going.
I'm certain that's the summit. If it's not, I'm not going to be too happy.
Okay.
I reckon that's the summit up there.
Yeah, I reckon. Why are we heading up to that one now? Already,
Alright, up down there. We made it to the top. Well, not yet. Still got some more steps to go.
5 hours.
5 hours.
Alright.
Mt Augustus visitor book. Alright, there's a golf ball in there.
I bet this.
In case I haven't mentioned it yet, you still got to walk down. In case I haven't mentioned it yet, Mt Augustus is 2.5 times the size of Uluru, or Ayers Rock, as most people around the world probably know it. I'm not doing it again, but it's worth doing it once. And it's also considered the tallest rock, or the biggest rock in the world. So we finally made it to the top. That's another one to cross off the list. Now we did try and make contact with Brian and John at camp, but they didn't have their radio switched on. Well, it's 3:20 and we got ourselves a bit of energy to get back down. It took us 5 hours to get up.
A lot of filming included.
A lot of filming, a lot of mucking around. We did take the harder trail all the way up. Did stop a few times due to our extremely good fitness. So now we're just going to go straight to the bottom. So we'll see you down there.
I'll take the quick way. I got the parachute.
Well, it's beer o'clock at the pizza bar. That's right, we're having pizzas. Pizza bases. I hope they're still good. No, they're still good. We're going to do them in the Webbecue, which will be on the screen now. And I've got all my ingredients here: shredded cheese, pre-shredded, ham, salami, all the veggies, proper pizza sauce, barbecue sauce, and some of Wayne's super hot Carolina Reaper chili sauce. That'll be a burner, that one. We're going to have 6 pizzas between the 3 of us. We get 2 slices out of each one, so we are eating very well tonight. Just because you're out in the bush, well, we're kind of at a caravan park at the moment, but it's pretty much like a bush camping caravan park. Doesn't mean you can't eat really good. Supreme Carolina Reaper chili pizza, pepperoni with barbecue sauce. Hawaiian super duper supreme extreme burn. Now I haven't gone into too much detail on how to cook these pizzas with a barbecue out in the bush, but if you would like to know more, let me know in the comments below and I'll see what I can do on the next video trip and give you some more detail. But basically they just go in there for 20 minutes and then they're pretty much ready to eat. Exactly. We really like to spoil ourselves out in the bush, especially during the latter stages of a trip, because we've been out there for a while. So pizzas and bush poker, you can't beat that combination. And of course, a bit of whiskey in there too.
King high.
King, pair of kings, pair of nines.
I just bought a new Land Cruiser.
Alright, so we're about to leave. Now we're just checking which roads are closed. And we've got a sign here. And we're trying to get to a place called Woolleen Station to stay for the night. But I'm going to have to see which roads are open and if we can actually get down there, because a lot of these roads are closed. Some are open to full drive only, which will benefit us. So we'll see how we go. Otherwise we might have to look at some other options and other options to get out of here. Hopefully some that don't involve us going an extra couple of 100 k's, because we're a bit limited on fuel now.
But
You want to go there and you're up here.
Yeah.
Go down and take the 4-wheel drive from my gold.
I like a good little one.
Yeah, okay. Well, a couple more hours have been driven. Now time for lunch. I think we've picked a pretty good spot. This is Mount Gould Police Station. This was built back in 1988 and obviously is not in operation anymore. We learnt a bit from its history plaques around the place there, and it was said that if you were caught stealing a sheep or any livestock and then you ate it, you would then be punished quite harshly. You would be locked up in that little cell for a while, and then the police on camelback would then drag you while you were walking all the way to the coast at Kalbarri. Now that is a fair walk and would take a good couple of weeks. And here we are at another ruined homestead. Now these are scattered all throughout the outback of Western Australia, and I don't know what it is about them, we just love checking them out. What if these doors still work? Distances in Western Australia are quite vast. We've just driven another, I think, 400 to 500 kilometres just to shorten our trip home the next day. Now we are heading to Woolleen Station for a last night stay. However, we do have intention on checking out the station in the morning. Alright, we've arrived at Woolleen camp and I've just gone to set my swag up. And the bloody thing is broken again. These swag poles are really weak They just keep breaking on me. I've run out of my sleeves, so I'm now doing a trick that Harry showed me.
Zip ties don't slip up and down. I did a little bit of gaff tape over the top of that, and that's been holding for a few months and hasn't moved at all.
Cable ties, tape, then cable ties. That'll hold it. So right now we are staying at the homestead. We couldn't get the camp spot we wanted, which is on the riverside, but it's been so much rain out here, as you've seen with all the road closures and that. So hopefully tomorrow we get to explore the station. If not, there's not much else we can do out here. Right now the boys are setting up the fire pit, and I think we might get the table out and play some bush poker again.
Rightio.
Oh, what are we having for dinner tonight, Torbs?
One guess.
Roast pork.
Spot on. Oh, and rice.
And rice. Roast pork and rice. So this is the fire pit we're using tonight. It's a Snow Peak fire pit. You would have seen it in a lot of our videos before. It's a good way to be able to have a fire anywhere you like. The fire pit is over there, but we've promised them that all the ashes will go into the pit. That way we can have the pit right next to us. So these are pretty cool. I'll do a review on them, and there'll be a link down below to that review if you're interested in them. Turns out the next morning that we were unable to explore any more of the property as the tracks were too waterlogged, and the owner rightfully didn't want us to use them in case they got ruined. So fair enough. I'll now leave you with the time lapse and the outtakes, which I have remembered to put in this time. And you can support the creation of these videos at patreon.com/RonnieDahl. Please do subscribe, and if you enjoyed the series and this part 3 of the series, please give us a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hawaiian.
Aloha.
Good night, mate.
Yeah. Lens cap.